Okay, so I don't know. Our negatives are attacking us on the form that we're not planning, we don't have a plan we don't have a plan after we abolish the SAT. However, we keep saying the same thing. After we abolish it, that's gonna be out of the equations. College admissions are gonna be able to have other variety of things to look at. So the SAT doesn't matter, just look at everything else. She was saying that that tuition is gonna go up. Okay, tuition is not gonna go up because with the variety of things that they have to look at, they still have a good idea of the students that they want and the things that they want in the students. She was saying that the point that I was saying that there's only an increase of 30 points. Yes, that's on average though. Yes, on average it's 30 points broken down into math and the English portion, but on average, so there is people that have a larger increase. So there is a point of taking the prep class, not just, oh, you're gonna get 30 points. You are gonna have a 30-point average. So there is a point in taking them. This leads back to my thing that I was saying. It's a disadvantage to the poor families that can't afford it. Going back to the thing that it's $100 per hour or $1,100 per whole course. There are indeed families that can't afford it can pay for the tuition, but for the SAT tutors, but those that can't are at a disadvantage. The thing I was going back to, it's a 23 years of experience that Roy Friedel, this is according to the US News and World Reports. That is a credible source, which I was being attacked that I don't have credible sources. It is credible source, US News and World Reports. He's a psychologist, a professional who works developing, grading, and administrating the SAT test. Him and the majority of the developers are white. On average, black students score an average of 100 points lower than those. And what he said himself was that since they're white, the way that they develop the course is the majority of the things that they ask for in the test are things that the whites have been, that the white democracy has been associated mostly with. So that isn't a culture bias. But this is not just culture bias, it's also sexual bias, because since most of the questions are based on male sex, it is also towards women. SAT is biased towards women since the questions are based on the male sex. On critical thinking, on average, males score about a 498 and females score 493. On math, males score about 532 and females 499. She was saying that how the SAT is a good example, yet great students freeze up when it comes to the SAT scores. Patricia McKenzie, a counselor at Linden High School in Maine, says, I cannot tell you how many great students I have in my class, but when it comes to the SAT, they freeze up because they know how much pressure is on the SAT. So just finishing off, in a complex, high-stakes process like the SAT admissions, constructing a new framework is never easy, but the effort is worth it. In a dynamic world, the nature of the learning community shapes the leaders of our students will become. So boldly seeking the answers is the right thing to do. We need to give them a chance to be educated, not turn them down by a test result.